betwixt the raising of the undying emperor and the great planar war that shook the heavens, there was an age of contradiction, where cannons won kingdoms and muskets kept the peace. A brave few won the hearts of the conquered and conquerors alike. Of these we speak of the decline of the great kingdoms and cultures under the heel of empire. Of those we speak of gladiators and the untold thousands that worshipped them. Of this, an age of glory, where kings would be slaves and a gladiator would be king.
Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Dread and Circus campaign, Season 2, Episode 2. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by Adam and Ahmed tonight. We've got Mark on his way, I believe so. How is everyone doing on this fine November Eve? October's over.
Everyone's doing.
I am confused about where I am. I'm confused about when I am. I am also somewhat confused about who I am.
And what?
What I am, we're going to go through why I am. Why am I?
Why am I? What is this before me? Noodly appendage.
Yeah, I have been continuously traveling basically since I got back from Seattle.
Yeah, that's bold, man.
I haven't been home for more than 4 days in a row since I got back from Seattle. In fact, going from before Seattle.
How many Ebolas have you collected?
I have all, actually.
All the Ebolas.
I've got the Ebolas. I can stick them together to make a super Ebola, and I'll just give that in for a gift basket.
So North America, Asia.
North America, Asia, Bermuda, various parts of North America, China, Taiwan, Bermuda, New York, which is basically not America anymore. It's New York. New York is the place where the cop will give you the most foul of shit for not running a red light. What you think you're doing here? Go! The light is red. Get out of here! Yeah, taxi, what's wrong with you? Get your ass through there. You're holding up the way. The light is red.
Funny. So a little confusing.
It's a little confusing. I was there. I woke up on a boat, and now I'm here. And somewhere in the middle, I drove for 9 hours.
Do you remember? Do you remember driving?
Sounds like Adam was adventuring.
I was on an adventure. Oh, dude. Quick plug. 2 adults going on a Disney cruise might sound less than manly. Screw yourself. It's awesome. I get extra desserts, and then I watch fucking Disney movies. Watch Disney princesses. They're hot. It's weird. Don't worry about it.
I know where we're going next.
It is a good time. No, legitimately, it's like top tier entertainment. The rooms are big and the place is clean, and half the boat the kids aren't allowed on. It's pretty good.
So you go donuts instead of Timbits when you go to Tim Hortons, right?
Yeah.
Because they've got a big hole. You're like, hi.
Hey.
Bring your kids there. No kids. Okay.
Hi there. Oh, hi there.
Hey there.
I didn't see you.
Lock his door at night.
Okay. Ahmed, how are you?
I don't know if this went well.
Right, did we unmute the mics already? Yeah, we did, unfortunately.
No, they broken already. I'm doing all right, man. We had Halloween, obviously. Took the kids trick-or-treating. That was great.
Did you dress up?
Fuck that.
I dressed up as Thanos.
What did your kids?
I dressed up as Thanos.
Oh, that's
man.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
What did your kids dress up as?
Oh, ninjas.
Okay. So like
That's it.
culturally
They ran
heritage
around.
appropriate, is
They
that what?
can't, exactly.
Don't
Like,
well,
I'm
no,
a
actually, no,
ninja.
not ninjas. I was
One's
thinking
got a
assassins.
sword,
I was
the
thinking
other's got
assassins. Assassins, but.
They were good.
Right.
I'm like, good kids, good children. Remember, go from the back. That was fun. It was fun. That was the highlight, really.
Yeah, for some reason I confuse assassin with ninja because in my mind they're the same in D&D.
They're the same
They
thing.
have one has a
Hashashin.
pointy sword and the other has a curvy sword.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something funny. Assassin comes from the word hashashin. Hashashin means people that smoke up.
Nice. Did we learn that in Assassin's Creed?
Well, no, but it was there.
Got it.
No, but yes.
Are you
A
throwing
little
Assassin's
bit.
Creed game lore at us?
I think Ahmed is exposing cultural stuff to us.
Right.
Might also be in Assassin's Creed.
Right.
It happens to also be there. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Maybe he was reminded a little bit by Assassin's Creed.
Right.
As he's going over just to push the game cover, like the box away. Oh, shit.
No.
Take the mask off.
What did your wife dress up as? And are you one of these people that dress your dogs up for Halloween?
Oh,
I have a
well,
feeling
we were
your
on the
dogs
boat.
would destroy.
Have you ever tried to
fucking
put something on a
costumes.
cat?
So the dogs. So normally the dogs would get dressed up for Halloween.
Yep.
And it's not a. Do that to the birdie doodle. Leave the shepherd alone. You know what the shepherd goes as? The shepherd goes as a police dog, or a bomb dog, or an army dog, or as any other useful dog on the planet. And the birdie doodle could dress up as whatever you want, because that will make it useful.
It is useful for entertainment.
The Doberman as the German Shepherd as like an actual police dog, and then your other dog like a slutty version of that, like a slutty outfit for a dog. That would be great. The real dog.
It's the real medical dog and the sexy nurse costume.
The sexy nurse.
No,
Oh, wow. Oh, fuck.
Just saying.
This is what happens when we don't hang out for like 2 weeks. We have to like,
Oh, God, I can't get it all
out.
Jessica went as Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we
And you were
couldn't
Thanos.
pick the same universe.
That's awesome.
But, whatever, it's fine. I had a gauntlet, and a couple little kids were like, "Why'd you kill everyone?" I'm like, "I didn't mean to.
I'll kill you and your
I had to
family."
save the universe from itself."
Like, don't make me kill you, kid. Ah!
Just wait for the second one. Like some guy comes by, like,
Wait,
"Hey man,
how
come on,
old
get
are
back
these
in."
kids that they're watching? They're watching like a.
Dude, don't question it.
PG-13
There's
movie.
like little tiny kids who are like, "That's Thanos! You killed Spider-Man!"
That's not all I did to him.
Like, ooh.
Uh-oh.
There was far more kids going like, "I have an Infinity Stone," and then running away. Like, far more kids. There's only a couple
Adam
kids who
pulls
are
out a sword.
traumatized.
You're like, gimme. Oh, do we want to do a recap of what happened last game?
Yes, please, because I might be using the excuse of not having
Can we,
internet as a reason to not have watched the thing.
Can we not? Just make it as a surprise.
Okay, we did session 2 planning, which you can look at the Circus of Dread sheet to see what they planned for both Ludi, both the Conclave of Crimson Scale and the Circus of Dread. Have been planned at least the first 5 weeks, and we're still in the midst of climbing through those 5 weeks and figuring out what happened. The first episode of season 2 was called Broken Mirrors. The Circus of Dread gets settled in Vaddapol. Mortenzi goes on a shopping spree for mirrors, breaking them in search for Zerbinius. Arlen becomes acquainted with Lady...
Wait, what?
Mortenzi goes on a shopping spree for mirrors, breaking them in search for Zerbinius.
How much money did he spend on mirrors?
Probably about 4 or 5 grand.
And Arlen is broke.
Arlen becomes acquainted with
like
Lady
$100?
Bellavina de la Plume, learning about her beliefs. Lady Bellavina de la Plume, do you remember the lady handing out the billets about
The
anti-gladiator?
Disney princess.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is the granddaughter of the Countess Opel. Nee de la Plume, like the Countess's maiden name is de la Plume. Arlen and Mortenzi listen to a doomsayer in the marketplace before he is taken away by inquisitors. Edward and Sam arrange the Ludus's first match against the Conclave of Crimson Scale.
We're also still waiting on. So the Dread and Circus is waiting for the slaves.
They seem like a legitimate Ludus. Wouldn't cheat. Obviously, wouldn't overuse magic like a bunch of assholes or cowards.
No. They basically. I don't remember who exactly was involved in this fight. I think you guys wrote it down.
We wrote it down.
In the
I have
party
list for it.
pages, bets and gladiator matches.
It's
There's
the
going
third
to
one
be
down.
a fight on Sword Street with Sona, Drain, Fleas, and Nova versus Roger, Edward, and Mortenzi.
Is it a non-lethal fight?
It is to submission. There's a 10k penalty to any deaths, and no looting is basically the rules. Now, the reason why you're fighting on Sword Street is that
they're supposed to be doing updates.
The Vaddapol Civic Arena is currently
Oh, he doesn't
undergoing-
know what happened to Sid.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we'll get.
I heard a twinkle through the grapevine of
Just listen. Just listen.
Sid
Just listen.
sucks at rolls. Is what
Just
I kinda
listen.
heard.
Just listen.
Arlen and Lady Bellavina take a flight high above the city and spot powerful magics and strange visitors to the arena. Magnus visits the Beast Tamers and arranges a mystery match, pitting himself against a beast of his tier. Magnus learns that many new limitations will be placed on matches this season.
I was responsible for that. That's because of me.
Count Sargon is given a task. Is given a task from the visiting Imperial Magi. Deliver 13 condemned to the Civic Arena. The Count assigns this task to Lieutenant Damian. Sid learns about a card game held regularly between the leaders, or most of them, of the city's Ludi plus the Commissioner. Every few weeks they get together and have a card game at the retreat.
Oh, we should be part of that.
Sid spies upon the construction in the Civic Arena and has a bad run-in with the Imperials. Damian visits his uncle, Vogel, aboard the Eldritch Wave in an attempt to rescue Sid. Late one eve, a drunk and enraged Maeve pays a visit to the Circus of Dread, claiming that they stole her Ludus. A violent melee ensues between the Maroon Maiden and the gladiators Ugg, Mortenzi, Baraktarn, Edward, and Arlen. She showed up with a two-handed training sword and beat the piss out of them for non-lethal damage. Like she called out their champion, which is Ugg. You guys set up Ugg as your champion.
Yep.
And proceeded to beat the piss out of you guys. Now, the only way they got out of this fight was
Non-lethal,
a bit of grapple, which she kept on shrugging off, and Arlen sitting on flying up to the top of a building and like pulsing the healing.
Ugg gets up, gets down. Gets up,
they were doing burpees. She was cleaving, finishing them, and it was sick.
Yeah,
So-
it was not good, not pretty.
Did we knock her out?
You knocked her
Yes,
We win. We win.
We won.
We defeated your champion.
At the end, we won that fight.
We did the honorable non-lethal duel. We won.
And I was thinking, like, we can bet money on this.
Against the
I
single
would've bet.
female who was drunk and showed up with a fake sword and then challenged a whole
It
bunch
was
of dudes.
brutal, dude. It was brutal.
Perseverance and healing.
But they're gonna remember that.
We would have been so hated by what happens when you get like to the end of the villain points? Do you get like We've never seen what happens if you fail enough perform checks.
Right.
You
just
everybody throws daggers
hostile,
at
like
you.
fucking the crowd is hostile. Hostile means the crowd would go out of their way to make you lose and do bad things to you.
Right, but what happens when you make them worse than hostile?
Hostile is unfriendly. Is the guy who pulls the fire alarm in the hotel when he knows the opposing team is staying in that hotel. Like that's unfriendly. Hostile is like fucking getting attacked, attacked in the streets. Yeah, don't get hostile.
So that pulsing healing thing from the rooftops to win the fight might not.
But this wasn't a prearranged fight.
No, this was
at like midnight.
Yep.
Or something. This is like
this was in the evening of.
Did you draw a mustache on her or anything at least?
She's unconscious. We dragged her into the.
Give her a tattoo of a.
Arlen was here on her forehead.
Okay, so that is what happened in the first few weeks. Some of the other things that happened, the Duke actually levied a tax upon all the gladiators. They had to give a veteran class, two veteran class gladiators or 20 talents, as he needed fighters and or money for the war in the north. Mm-hmm. I believe you elected.
Thank you, Mark.
I believe the Circus of Dread paid it.
No, we paid out 10 grand to the market, the guys that did the marketing thing, to go and find 2 gladiators of that level.
Got it. So
right?
you're trying to find.
We're waiting.
You're waiting to find 2 gladiators, which you're just going to send off as part of that.
We're buying 2 vets and sending them.
And then the Conclave of Crimson Scale. What happened here? Originally, you were going to put the Wizard Ling and another person on it, but then what happened?
So we put money on. We put money on the snake girl. We put money on the. Oh, Adam doesn't know.
Yeah, he needs to rewatch the.
You gotta watch.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
A lot of things happened. We put money on.
Quick question: Did Fleas level yet or no?
Yeah, I think everybody leveled.
Fleas should be level.
Everybody should be.
Because I've got the trained 5th, but has he had the training?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Ledger. Is it ledger or facilities and resources?
All right. Ahmed, go back to your thought.
So we put money on the little gnome sprite quickling thing.
Yeah, I'm asking about the tax. How did you pay the tax again?
We were waiting to get. We haven't paid it yet because we're still waiting to hear about what happens from the.
Got it. Okay, it looks like we're in week 22 of the season. What do we have here? What do we have here?
No.
Really?
We do. Mark, what happened to the? This is the opposite of Movember, sir. Do you not care about other men's prostates?
I will not support cancer. Growing a mustache for cancer is wrong.
Cancer. Especially butt cancer.
This is the Mark face that I expect, like a really ugly Christmas sweater. Like this is Christmas sweater Mark.
It's Christmas sweater Mark. Yeah.
Howdy do, folks.
How's it going, Mark?
All right.
We just finished the how'd you do and the recap of what happened last game.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Simultaneously, good job and what? That's kind of my response.
Did we go and see what's his name, or not? Did the Circus of Dread go see the
Sage?
The Sage? I don't think so. Right?
Not. No. We were about to, and then,
right,
and then the game, and then Maeve showed up. So and then we had that. So we were just finishing, I believe, the 21st week when Maeve showed up. Sam, we actually did a scene ahead of time. Sam, Mortenzi, Radimer all went to the skin painter's shop, and Radimer had some of Sam's old tattoo, which Phineas actually cast a spell to transfer into the proper spot, and then you got your proper gladiatorial. Tattoos. There should be something on your character sheet where it's like artwork gladiatorial tattoos that Phineas did, not just like a crappy brand, but like a crazy.
Yeah.
I think
35 or something on the craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look on your character sheet. There should be some notes about what it looks like.
And me again.
I think it's a bunch of like battling halflings that are running around on your arm or something like that. But you do have your old electrical resistance tattoo that you got fighting in the pits of the Hydra. And then I believe Mortenzi got snowbeards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so that happened, and then we've got Sam. I think Sam spent some time helping train. Maybe I think Ugog, Youngromi, and Ukog are all being trained as brawlers. So
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
some of Sam's time was used for that.
Did you give me a hook hand? Use a hook hand.
Adam, did you know? Actually, I don't know if you've made the purchase, but we made bids on gladiators. I don't know if you saw any of that.
I heard from Ahmed that you're at 29,000 gold pieces
Yeah, there were
for
some
some
bids.
runt. Because it's funny, and I approve. Just don't win.
She plans on outbidding us. That's what we heard from the poker game.
Just
The card
she's
game.
planning on outbidding you, but don't like. That plan will eventually break.
Okay, I think we were in the middle of week 4 where we were trying to of the 22nd week where we were trying to finish it up. It looks like some things were finished and others weren't. So I'm going to back up for a minute. Ashoka helped set up those bids in the marketplace, but we got to go back to he spent 2 weeks early on in week 20 and 22. 20 and 21. Doing some diplomacy. I assume either this was diplomacy around the city, or you wanted to spend time like trying to convince or trying to do stuff with the doppelganger.
I want to make the doppelganger like me. And I would like to do it before I learn quest, because then I'll just force him to like me. You like me?
Oh, like a Gias, basically?
Yes.
All right, let's fill in some things about the doppelganger. So the doppelganger is not a gladiator.
Nope.
It is it's more of a monster. It actually hasn't officially been a slave, so this is just a captured monster.
It's a random encounter.
It's not part of any league. It does have a level, and let's look at what Pathfinder thinks a.
I think the most important thing is it has 0 rights.
There may be rules about how you go about taking a creature that isn't under the thumb of the Empire and then becoming one. Also, it lives in Empire lands, so it's like you're not the king of me. Well, actually, no. The Emperor is the...
I am now.
Yeah. So there may be rules about this. You may want to talk to a lawyer if you care.
No, you can't know rules.
Of course, with doppelganger, it's doubly weird.
Well, hopefully we don't need to get the lawyers involved.
Doppelgangers are 3rd level creatures. So let's put that down. Doppelganger, prisoner, 3rd level. He's not part of any... he is not a gladiator. He is... You don't know what sex. We'll call it asexual.
Yes,
he does not have any classes. He does not have any gestalts.
No class.
What is this? His level? What was the other number I put in? Oh, slot. Okay. Yep. Doppelganger prisoner, level XP train. Okay, so level 3, you need a certain amount of. He's got min XP for level 3. His alignment is neutral.
We can fix that with time.
Oh no, his Neutral. Okay, he doesn't need to be trained. His god is unknown. Let's just see. Is there a doppelganger deity? Weird. Ah, you know what? 1, he's got no god, like he's too young. 2, he has one. 3, he's very religious. He's got a god. His deity is the neutral god of shadows and stealth called Zan Ye. Alright, now this junk. I believe it was body, soul, morale, attitude. So, body is fine, soul is fine, mind, at morale, he's a prisoner. This sucks. Attitude, he does not like you. And religion, the religion of your ludus is what? Chord?
I thought we were changing that.
Chaotic good, neutral good. Neutral is 210.
Let's just go with Sylvanus or something.
Well, yeah. We need to get rid of this. Our head barbarian is kind of...
The alignment, whereas the alignment of your ludus, I believe, is lawful neutral, if not lawful evil. Give me a second.
It's completely opposite.
Yeah, it's lawful neutral. It's weird. It's like, you get it from both ends. Alignment, so it's one step away. He's fine with that. And then bonus, he does not he is not a leveled creature. He's a monster, so he's not a leveled creature. He doesn't have heroic stats yet, and then he does not have Gestalt, so he's at a 0 there. All right, he's effectively a 1-die thing at this point in time. He's a miserable creature in a cage. So what are you doing? And then you guys probably don't know how to feed him properly, so I'm gonna say his body is at -1.
Let the mind games begin.
Exactly.
Does he eat worms?
So
Probably,
Ashoka, this is
yes.
the week after. This is the week after the games. He's been in his cell for probably weeks at this point in time. What are you doing with him? And let's go to the map and zoom way far in. Get some tokens on the board. Where is the doppelganger? There's the doppelganger. Oh, look, you're already beside him.
Yes.
Master, what is the plan for this ganger of dops?
He will see reason one way or another.
Yes.
First, we must determine what he sees.
So we must instruct him in the way of logic. Logic is the building blocks of reason.
It is. We must determine the logic of his mind. And then form it in our... something useful.
Yes. Everything has its place, and everything in its place. Or so some devil said.
Yes. Let me just see. I think the plan is to talk to it. As novel as that might sound.
That's crazy talk. Damian's in the back. We have whips, you know.
Okay. So you approach the cave and you can hear some sniveling, like somebody crying.
Hello in there.
Lumio, help me! These bad men have me.
This is halfling woman in the cage.
Are you all right, my dear?
Yeah, there's a monster around. It crawled into the sewer grate.
It did now. How good of a liar is it?
Well, first off, the disguise. You'd need to roll a 36 to see through the halfling woman disguise.
Give me a second, I will roll. Screw you, man. I can get it. I can do it. 36! I'll sit through your bullshit. Oh, get better, son.
All right. What it wasn't able to do is you've got some really tight bonds on it and chains. It wasn't able to remove the chains. So you're pretty sure this is the creature. And then knowing it's the creature, its bluff was approximately 26, but you get like a +8 to the roll because you just know.
Well, I still need to roll. Which is really
you
weird.
saw
I have a natural one. A monster did go into the grate, but you're the monster.
And the grate's
Where's the other
the
monster?
grate's way too small. The grate's like your imp would have to squeeze down there.
How small was the monster?
It just turned into ooze and went down there. Please help me. It's gonna eat me.
I don't think they can turn into ooze.
Master, where did the halfling come from?
It's a trick. A good trick. But a trick. Your chains are showing.
Okay, it just looks at you. Backs away into the corner.
Good tricks, I think, are worth a reward. What do you eat?
Flesh.
Living or still? Cooked or raw?
Raw.
Mammalian? Reptile?
Humanoid.
Give me a sense motive.
All right.
If it can eat humanoid, it could probably eat dozens of other things. It's lying, but with a purpose.
The trick wasn't that good.
He's got downgraded to horse shit.
Okay. So what are you trying to do? Are you just trying to get to know it? Are you trying to increase its favor towards you? Or...
I will open up the conclave of the Crimson Scale sheet. Since I'm up to my eyeballs in character sheets, and I just found the prosthetics section for Sam. His new robot arm. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna punch things so good. It's gonna be able to climb again.
Focus, Pinky.
All right. All right. So its morale is crap, and its attitude is poop. Its religion is as good as it's going to get, and its body sucks. I would like to learn, actually, as much as I can about it, its needs, its people and customs, and sort of... I would like to learn from it, and start accommodating for, I guess, its body first, which would be like feeding it appropriate stuff. It's a Tamagotchi. You gotta, not let the Tamagotchi die. Is the first rule of Tamagotchi.
What? Let me take a glance at your skills. You're good at talking. I don't know if you're good at taking care of things.
talking is useful to take care of things and know how they're supposed to be taken care of.
That's true.
I do have knowledges.
Let me check.
I don't know if I have knowledge for this one.
Yeah, I'm checking its creature type, and then I'm...
Ookie dookie is what its creature type is.
Oh, I would have thought it was something else. Okay. Knowledge Arcana?
I have a rank.
You have a little bit of Knowledge Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And my buddy here's got more ranks.
Okay, for that first week chunk, you're just spending time trying to learn about it as well as trying to get it to the point where it can tell you what its needs are. Yeah. We'll say you need 6 successes. You have 12 dice.
Oh. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes, I think.
Yeah, while it said meat, you learn that it might... 7 successes. Okay, so it's omnivorous. It is a monstrous humanoid. You can feed it what humans eat.
It's basically, it takes people food.
Yep. You know that it is immune to charm and sleep spells. Racially.
Isn't that interesting?
That it can see in the dark, and it has a subtype shape changer. You know that this particular one, for some reason, requires to eat a little bit of the flesh or blood of a creature to make perfect copies of it.
Are there...
Otherwise, it's just sort of making, like... really generic.
It's a person.
You know that they are proficient in all weapons, armor, and shields.
That's cool.
They can just move their joints around and change their stance to fit the weapon. It's almost like they have an innate ability to do that. In addition, they can use any spell trigger or spell completion item as if they were on the spell list. They can just mimic. They're the ultimate
Adam
mimic.
Wants a doppelganger character.
So
they have a plus 29 racial bonus, or sorry, a plus 20 racial bonus. It's part of that whenever they take the change shape. It's basically alter self. Mm-hmm. The plus 20 to their disguise check, and then they get a plus 4 to their bluff when they are in a disguise. The last thing that you basically pwned the 6 successes with 7. You catch it scanning you. It's like naturally it can detect thoughts. It's not terribly good at it, but it knows. You caught it knowing things that you just finished thinking, and you probably also have the spell. Okay, so you now know what this creature is about.
Oh no, I don't. Oh shit! It's on my short list of things to get, but don't I?
You know that this thing was extremely young, and it briefly talked about a place where him and his clutch mates were spawned, and the hag brought it here.
Well,
it thinks the hag abducted them.
She's a horrible, nasty woman. A monster, really.
The last little bit you got about what it is, or where it came from, was that there were larger versions of it that they think were the progenitors.
Oh.
The concept of mother and father seems to be lost on this thing, although he understands from being around humans enough that there is relationships between humans.
Is it like clan or family, or is it like...
He doesn't know these things because he suspects that he wasn't supposed to be taken by the hag.
Okay.
Or it.
Does it have a name? Does it think it has a name?
Its name is Six.
Good a name as any.
I'll just change its name to Six. Because it was the sixth one.
Mm-hmm. That nice, logical name. Lucky it didn't get the name It, because that's what I was going to get in a second.
As for languages, it said it picked up trade common pretty well, and it doesn't seem to know any others. In fact, you're pretty certain you have putty in your hands that is young, and you could shape this how you want.
Yeah, it's time to... So you like pixie sticks? Because, sugar high.
And we'll say that it's 3rd level, so it's limited to 3 perfect copies.
Cool. Does the flesh need to be fresh?
He doesn't know.
I want to find an old reliquary where you got like the bones of the old ancient sage, or just feed him the bone and get. Hey, it's the guy brought back from the dead. The paladin of. Awesome. Okay. All right.
This creature master represents an excellent opportunity.
Yes.
Like putty in your hands. Literal fleshy putty.
Yes.
In your figurative hands, because I would not want to put my hands there.
It is an excellent opportunity for an excellent friend.
Ah, yes, master. Many friends for the master.
Yes. Have you seen Sid?
Yes, Sid spoke about a card game that apparently we were not invited to. Very impolite.
Yes, we should see that we get ourselves an invitation at the table. We need a plausible reason for us asking and knowing about it.
We can go there and gamble, even though gambling is very dangerous, master.
Yes. This is something we really should be forcing them to invite us to.
Yes, master.
Yes, we should succeed, and that will force them into trying to gain the inside track.
Yes, master. May your bitter defeats turn to great success.
He will be better than Sid. Different. But generally better.
All right, the next week, what are you doing with him?
Make him my friend. Did you know that really I'm your dad?
All right, so you're affecting his, basically his attitude first. No, sorry, his morale first.
Yep.
So you're making sure that he's happy or treated well.
Patty cake, make you an illusion. Here you go.
Okay.
It's the sun.
He has -2 morale. You need 6 successes. You've got 12 dice. The more successes, the better his morale might be.
Yep. Fitty. I've got 4 successes.
Okay, that's enough to reduce the morale penalty from -2 to -1. And you've got 2 out of 3 morale successes remaining. Okay, so you spend time with the doppelganger those weeks. And then I've got question marks for weeks 22 and 23, which you can plan. I'm assuming you're going to continue the doppelganger
I'm assuming that the Ludus hasn't ran itself off a cliff?
Nope.
Okay, we're good then. We'll continue.
Okay, let's see. Week 22. We're back to you. Just finished having the fight with Maeve. This is the Circus of Dread, and there were some plans for Arlen, Baraktarn, Widget, and Ugg to visit, as well as Undwin, to visit Tacitus. And I believe Phineas, ironically, was going to visit Tacitus at the same time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's gather up that group and get them at the Tower of Tacitus the Sage. I will grab the ones from... So we've got the Countess, Sir Pauldro. We have Undwin following them around. We've got Widget, who's carrying many of the shadow artifacts. We've got... Where's Arlen?
I was in the house as well.
Arlen in his chair.
I'm moving Phineas right now.
Mortenzi after his badass fight with Maeve.
That was awful.
How many burpees
Oh my god, why won't she go down?
She's so angry.
Yeah. Why are you so angry?
I think Ugg is going to remain behind as security after that attack, so he's not going to go. Barak Tarn was going to go. Although with Maeve there, I think he's going to remain behind as security as well. That doesn't leave a lot of security for the lady. No.
Okay, so how many days after Maeve's attack was this?
This is the next morning.
The next morning. So Maeve is still unconscious.
Unconscious in the house, yes.
Countess.
Yes, Arlen.
Would it be fitting to deal with this Maeve situation before we leave? I prefer to be here before she wakes up. I believe she'd wake up. I don't want to wake up with us not being here.
Very well. You do realize that this is the city's champion. I hear that she's owned by the city itself.
Good thing we didn't kill her then.
Indeed.
Alright, detect poison on her? She's still drunk?
Yeah, she's probably at this point sleeping it off.
Okay,
So, what do you think got into her? Raving about taking a Ludus? Have you ever met her?
Yeah, she kept... No, I haven't. It's been busy. I haven't had a chance yet. She wasn't really on my top priority, you understand.
She fought 5 of you, says Undwin. 5!
Yeah,
she was strong with her. She is the bride of Zobinius.
We won't be doing none of that.
Remind me, I need to learn silence. Remind me, okay, thanks.
Undwin looks really unsure around Mortenzi. He's glad that Arlen is there.
Right, of course, thank you. Now we should probably wake and have this discussion.
Baraktarn just looks down at Mortenzi like, really? Oh, man.
We should probably wake her now before we leave. I'd rather us be here when she wakes.
I think Lady Bellavina is looking after her.
Why would you want her here when she wakes up? Do we know where her home is? We could just dump it there.
I do want her to be aware of what happened.
Nonsense. She's a guest of my house, says the Countess.
She's in our care.
Right.
I look to the Countess. I can heal her.
Do as you must, Arlen.
Everyone would think we were powerful if we were carting around the unconscious bride of Zobinius through the streets.
Oh, please, Mortenzi.
Or they might get mad, says Undwin.
Yes, exactly. All right, I'll heal her. How much?
I'll just stand here. I'll just stand here with my whirligig behind my back.
So her non-lethal would have healed in the night, and then she would have healed. If Doctor was played, would have been double her Hit dice.
Doctor was played.
28. She's got 195 damage still.
Ow. Hey, later.
It was a long fight, man.
It was a fight of, oh my god, she's still standing.
It was oh my god, why are we still standing? Stop it, Arlen. No.
It was another zombie fight where it just kept raising us so we can get knocked down again.
Yeah, Arlen doesn't feel too happy about that, but we won. So
now, all the non-lethal over 8 or 9 hours to the other guys would have gone away. So
everybody else is healed. I think I healed him last, the night before.
Yep.
Okay, 100.
And maybe it's time to wake up.
Right.
Lady Balvina, you can see taking out some like bloody rags in a bowl, like she was like cleaning her up. She's really a mess. She says as she comes out and she knows you all standing in the kitchen. She ignores all the others and she says, "Hello, Arlen.
Hello.
Maybe now would be a time for some of your healing," she says.
I believe so.
Some of that light, and she kind of skips by Arlen and goes and puts the bowl down, and some servants clean everything up.
I detect
the Countess is sitting there at like at a breakfast table. She's having some tea and she's just watching what's going on.
Yeah. So there is poison on her.
Sir Paldro's like doesn't seem to. He doesn't hate, but doesn't like what's going on.
Right. All right. Okay. Screw her. She can live with a little bit of drunkenness.
She is awake.
Okay. Yeah. Well, she can again. Is she awake? Like she's got her eyes open, just sitting there? Like
she's lying in bed. She looks like she's in a lot of pain.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many people you have to back you up? Is that what you're counting?
Yeah, he knows Unwin go in. He kind of peeks into the room. He's like,
4.
Hey, we're talking about you out here. You listening?
Give me a minute here. It's going to be cure. So 2d8.
"How lucky," is what she says.
Plus
8. My blade wasn't steel.
2d8 plus 7.
I think we want to chalk this all up to a friendly training exercise. That way nobody has to get overly involved.
Come here and say that.
70. She gets 73 healing.
Okay, so you're channeling from outside.
I'm putting spells into her.
Okay, you walked in. You walked into the room.
Yeah.
Okay, you're wheeling into the room.
I believe we need to perhaps introduce ourselves. My name is Arlen. Arlen Lightbringer.
Okay, she's sitting up in bed.
She's
covered in bandages that have all bled through. Like you guys were
let me first
lethal.
heal you. Let me first heal you, and he starts putting spell after spell into her.
I put 5
spells into her.
You should have killed me, is what she says, and she kind of kicks at your chair as you're coming closer with a glowing hand.
Arlen. He's like, yeah, you're fine. No, that is not our way.
So the first
you in a
healing
difficult.
spell.
I did 5. I put 5 spells into her.
Fine.
I'm putting.
She grits her teeth as she's accepting the spells. 123 damage remaining.
So, I do not understand the history here, but I see that you're pained, and I apologize for this. But
Mortensey, are you going into the room?
Sorry?
Is Mortensey going into the room?
No, Mortensey's peeking through like...
Baraktarn's just watching. Lady Balvina's on the other side of the door. She's looking in. She's kind of collecting up some of the dirty rags and the bloody bandages.
Yeah, you're still injured. I'll channel a couple. God damn
it. You might want to. We got a long day ahead of us, you know.
No, I'm aware. Ooh, okay.
So, you all good for chalking this up to a training accident?
Let me just finish his channeling, and then we'll roll a diplomacy check.
You want to go easy on the? You want to go easy on the go juice here?
Another 56 healing.
50. I got the 6 and 50, so she still has 67 damage. As you channeled 9. How many times? 3? 4?
3 times.
Okay. You remind me of someone, is what she says.
It's probably someone she killed.
Is that one of them good memories?
Give me a diplomacy check. You can add. You can add. You can add 2. Mortenzi is aiding because he's poking his head into the room.
Look at that! Another 42 healing.
Okay, you can add 4 as you've almost completely healed her up, which is an impressive feat in itself. And then Mortenzi has to aid, and Widget has to aid. Both of you were talking.
Widget auto aids.
Okay.
Because he's a really suave dude.
Am I talking with her?
I'm assuming you're taking point.
Yeah, 8. So how much was my bonus?
We're gonna just wait for Mortenzi's aid because he's
No!
he's babbling about Zorbinius.
Mortenzi, stay outside.
He's spying. He's the creepy.
Oh, never mind. Hang on. I got a +6. Relax.
He's a charisma-based caster. He's just mad.
Right.
Yeah. Now he won't have a +6 shortly, but oh, this is the next day. So did he level?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. He's not so good anymore.
What happened?
Why?
What you do?
Look at his character sheet.
Wait, what am I looking at?
How did you? What? Give me the.
He's an oracle now.
What the?
Yeah, he's rotting.
What?
Okay, we'll say he's not quite rotten yet.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh, he's rotting now.
I understand. I understand the word he's rotting, and I see the picture, but.
So you took
He's
first
Warsight.
level. He's Blood Rager 6, Oracle Warsighted 1. I guess Rogue 7 is the other thing, right?
Yeah.
I just changed that. I don't understand what.
He does not aid.
Does he hinder?
No. He fails by 5.
So what? He fails by 5?
Yeah, so I think he does hinder.
He does hinder.
What? Shower.
Yeah, exactly. Mortenzi just stinks a little bit this morning.
Stand back, why don't you, Mortenzi? I told you. Who let him in the house?
All right, and then what curses did you take?
He's got lame, and he's going to sacrifice base. He's going to break his own leg for Zorbinius later on, and it will never heal properly. And wasting.
You've got 2 curses?
Yeah, he's dual cursed. I think I took 2 curses.
You've got 2 curses on here.
What does that mean? Like, I actually don't know what a dual curse is.
He's got 2 curses.
Yep.
Like 2 of the curses. One of them you never get the bonuses from it. And
that's the wasting one.
That's the wasting one. And but you also get 2 extra revelations, and it changes your couple of your mystery spells.
Okay.
And Warsighted sacrifices his.
And your mystery is.
Oh, it's. Hang on. It's
Dark Tapestry.
Dark Tapestry. There. Thank you.
Okay.
I figured that would suit the campaign.
All right. Background madman. No, but he's not mad. He's just actually got stuff in his blood and sees weird shit that is actually real. That's funny. Okay. And first level Oracle is pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, it's yeah. Well, he's Warsighted, so he doesn't get his first level revelation. Instead, he gets the martial flexibility like a brawler.
Got it. And then your caster level is actually 5 with practice spellcaster, not 4.
Oh, right, because +4, not.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll take care of that right now.
Yeah.
That is a interesting little mix of mumbo jumbo you got going on there. Yep. Somebody was busy. I forgot this whole system. I don't even roll d20.
You just add 7, right? Your level 7.
Do you see my 10? Does that mean I crit?
Just add 7 to your level. Or do you roll, whatever.
All right, yeah, Mortenzi had a dream that he was standing in a room. It was a dark room, and there was a clawed mirror, but there was a sheet over the mirror. It looked suspiciously like the mirror that you broke. You got excited for a moment, and then the dream ended.
Okay.
So this may become the recurring dream that the Mortenzi has as he walks into the room with the mirror.
I have a quick question. Did this happen because you found the picture? Or did you find the picture because this happened?
Who knows?
I think it's not as simple as that. He talked about being Oracle of Zorbinius, or just an Oracle, and then I think he found
then he read all the Oracle entries.
No, then I think he found the image, and this is my guess, and then he picked the wasting.
Yes.
Okay.
But that... So, yes, something like that.
Okay.
Close enough.
That's my guess.
I don't want to go shopping with you anymore.
All right, so we were doing a diplomacy check for Maeve to see how...
Because we've healed her up.
Yep.
And now we're going to say, are you not going to punch us in the face anymore?
You're trying to get her to like you, right? Or are you asking for her, or asking something from her?
No, Arlen is saying, I don't know why. I don't know what the problem is. I'm sorry that you have one, but we're not the cause.
Okay.
Let's be friends. Here's some healing. Don't punch us in the face. What he said.
So you're at a +4 net.
God damn it. 39.
Ooh, that's actually really, really good. She sits there and listens to you. She glances at the broken splinters of the training sword. Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away, she says.
Training accident. Happens all the time.
Training accident. She smiles, and her wounds are her like bludgeoned face, and the cuts are all kind of closed, and it just adds to this field across what flesh you could see in her slightly revealing armor. Just like it adds to all the other cuts. She's got a lot of scar tissue and a lot of wear and tear. It looks like the way she hit, or the way you saw like Ugg Mortenzi and Barak Tarn. She took on your best 5 warriors, tore through them like they were paper.
Yep.
Before they were able to drop her down, it was Arlen again that saved the party. Who knows what she would have done had she dropped them all, too?
That's the main thing, right? She's drunk.
So, if you ever want to talk about the whole you stole my Ludus thing with, a little more clarity, we could probably, at a later time.
I've been trying to form an official Ludus of my own for a long time, is what she says. And now 2 new ones have cropped up. While they pass me over.
Did you beat the other guys' asses too?
That would have been ugly. That would have been ugly.
Yes, I've spilled Magnus's blood, she says.
Magnus. What do we know about Magnus? Like, what is the...
You guys showed up right at the end to witness the match versus Magnus and Damian and the team match. So you guys know who the victor of the spring games were. You watched him fight. You saw all the spells. And
the guy who cheers himself on.
Magnus, Did he... I couldn't help but notice that he had a lot of magic on him in that fight.
He likes to win. She just gives you this weird smile. But then like there's history there as her face twists a little bit and she kind of looks away from you, like she's looking away from that topic.
We had so officially we just had a small altercation, nothing more, just a misunderstanding.
Training exercise.
Exactly, and you were invited in to enjoy the evening with us.
How did you get it? Was it the money of this house? The de la Plumes?
We're all slaves. How our Lewis was created, I did not ask. But,
give me a bluff. Give me a bluff check.
We are slaves.
And I'm also gonna ask for aids from the others.
Aren't we? I'm not bluffing though. Or what am I bluffing?
We're all slaves. We don't know how it happened. Don't blame us.
But this.
So I know these guys fucked it all up. That's what I know. Widget is not a slave, but sure, he will. Sure.
All right, give me aids.
We're all slaves. +2. There you go.
Thank
There
you.
you go, buddy.
Anybody else?
I got a -1.
I know something you don't know.
-1.
I cannot
That's rolled by
lie.
10.
Arlen
I don't
wheeled
know.
himself
It's
out.
probably a -4 with the +2 from Widget, so -2.
Oh God. $13.
Maybe she doesn't take sense motive as the warrior fighter person who tries not to be left all the time.
She likes getting things in
Oh.
combat. Oh.
Perhaps
She won't throat punch someone in a wheelchair?
She's just looking at you.
things beyond.
You hear her
means.
teeth kind of grinding a little bit.
Means beyond our own. Now we fight. Continue to fight.
If we're perfectly honest, it was probably the money. I mean,
So why not? Why are you passed up?
They have my contract.
Ah.
Don't worry, I won't blame you any longer. I look forward to crunching some of your bones in the arena.
Oh, I would be honored to have my bones crunched by the Bride of Swords.
I heard Zobinius is in the basement.
Can
Go.
you do it now?
Please ignore him. He's an idiot. And this one is simple-minded. He's been struck too many times in the head. You can smell it on him.
No, I have not been struck enough.
She kind of haruffs at that. Yeah, you get the sense that she doesn't want to talk anymore. Like she's now putting on her boots and getting ready to leave.
Is her sword broken?
Oh, it's like a mess, a
mess.
splintery mess. It's still all in one piece, but it's all chewed up.
Let's make that baby whole.
Okay, you make whole her training sword. She watches you for a moment. She just gives you a slow nod. She picks
I prefer that over real steel.
She just smiles. Thank you, healer. And she's now striding out of the room. And are you getting out of her way as she's walking out? Okay, and she's not being that much of a dick to the healer, but she is striding towards the doorway where was Zorbinius and Burktarn.
Zorbinius gets on his knees and shields his face from her glory.
In the arena next time. She steps over Mortenzi and then just basically leaves.
light up a smoke. Hey, that went well.
Not exactly an ally or a friend, but not an enemy now.
She's not sticking a training sword where the sun don't shine.
Yes.
Are we ready now? says the Countess.
Yes, I believe so.
Widget, you have all of the little things.
Yes, ma'am. He taps like 3 pockets.
So Paul goes, the shadow star, the compass, the blade that is stuck in its scabbard. He kind of points at the table. There are some things that you guys are not carrying for them. The book that with the difficult lock, and the book that's bleeding the shadow stuff is also kind of packed away on the table. I believe those are all the things. There's also the things that were found with it. Yes, the goggles of Ambrose. I have to look at. Ambrose glare cutter goggles, and then there was the ring of the Philomath mystic.
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
Okay, the goggles and the ring, and just in case, the candelabra of lighting. Oh, I've got that. Says Undwin. I'm actually, that's an Undwin item. It's a candelabra that, on command, it casts spark on the spark on any on the tapers that were put inside. That is so a 3rd level wizard item.
That is what? Now all you have to do is invent dynamite.
Right. Dynamite.
Like a dynamite. Right on.
Well, there's gunpowder. I remember Underwood was so happy when you guys had him detecting magic and finding all the magic things in the manor. You found that. Are we ready? Tacitus is renowned for his knowledge. He's a great sage from Princeport. That is the great port city outside the capital.
Of course.
How do you find his way out here?
He likely took the position of a wizardy position. He is Imperial. A second. I need to find my little notebook.
Yes, I asked a lore question. Whee!
He took a boat. He woke up and he drove 9 hours somehow in between. You're not sure.
Yes. I looked at this. It was like level characters. I'm like, saved.
Be right back. Yeah.
Spend the money.
The Ministry of Magic. Well, there are probably not many positions of high standing left in the Imperial City, but here in Vaddapol, as the Empire slowly subjugates these lands, well, each land will have a wizard, a grand wizard.
So, is this a step up or a step down from what he was doing over in the port city?
He's still a sage, but this is more of an official position. He's also a great wizard, as in he can cast powerful spells. We should be on our best behavior when we meet him.
Is there any other kind?
Mortenzi lifts up his hand. As if to answer the question.
I wonder if he has an apprentice. We will certainly find out when we get there, won't we, Unwin? Oh, yes. Yeah,
that would be
Countess.
something very useful for you.
You know that the Countess has been paying for, like, minor wizards to stop by and have a look. Phineas, when you get there... Is Phineas still rocking the one con drain?
Yeah, he is.
It's just... you don't remember always being this tired after walking all the way up to the Tower of the Sage.
Oh, stitch. Ow. Yeah. Oh. Oh, Whew. I have to get that looked at after all. Ouch.
Okay, you notice that there are suspiciously a lot of like footprints in many colors of paint all around the wizard tower.
Okay.
Paint.
Yep.
Is someone putting up wards or redecorating?
You can hear Tacitus, and you see him buck naked, covered in a rainbow of like paint, kind of running just into view and out of view, prancing around.
Oh shit! Oh shit! All right, Master Tacitus, Master. You should come inside. I've got chocolate.
Try to find me. We're playing chromatic tag.
Oh shit. Very well, Master. Let me see my wizard spells for most days. See invisibility. Bang. Cast see invisibility.
Okay. You can see that there are probably a dozen unseen servants holding on to little pots of paint in the next room.
Okay.
And you can see a lot of like they're like potion bottles, but not. They're kind of like made out of leather, like little leather sack potion bottles. You can see that there's a table covered in paints, but there's a lot of potion bottles that are there, and you can hear Tacitus giggling.
Okay.
Chandra over here! You have no idea who Chandra is.
Okay. I can see him though.
No, you kind of just hovered near the doorway. You could see the mess of paint and all the unseen servants holding up paint jars.
Oh, for fuck.
This party needs glitter.
He's gonna try and find Tacitus.
Okay, give me a perception check. You've already cast the invisibility.
Yeah, my perception is not awesome because I'm that wizard. Yeah. $18.
Okay. Yeah, you see him kind of like hiding in some tapestries near the door. Roll initiative as he's creeping towards you and about to cast something.
Disintegrate clothing.
Now, this is like a 70 or 80-year-old man, right?
Yes. Who's running around covered head to toe in paint. He's naked and he's yelling about somebody named Chandra. But
The scariest thing in D&D is an old man. Next scariest thing, old woman. Just the way it is.
Alright. 17 on my initiative.
okay, he's like grinning like he's got you. I see you, Gulliver. And he's reaching out a hand. And it looks like he's really going to cast a spell on you. What are you doing? He's got a handful of paint kind of swirling in a bucket or like a pot. It's partially open, and then it looks like he's going to cast a spell. Chromatic tag sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it does.
Color spray.
I gotta see what do.
Prismatic spray. Oh, I should get those two confused all the time in my old age. Colorful cone-shaped one again.
I'm not prepared for this fight today.
You've got your letter about wizard dueling.
Yeah.
And
This is not the day for that letter. No. crap on me. Yeah, he's just going to. He'll put mirror images up, I guess.
Okay.
Dimension door.
Oh, Gulliver. That's what he says as you recognize what you're doing. Okay, so you're backing away while you're casting mirror image on yourself. He kind of comes towards you while invisible and casts color spray at you. You're it!
Remember that time.
Okay. What's the save on that?
Will save.
This would be a... You don't have SR, so...
No, I do not.
He's not wearing any of his equipment.
9.
So like 17.
21.
Okay.
You're not stunned.
Pull out your rapier and go for his
Yeah.
face.
And then he's like running away. He turned visible because he attacked you.
Yeah. Master, there's people here to see you. Please. Please.
Cello's here. Oh, it's been so long.
Oh my! I have to.
You're looking around. You don't see anyone but the unseen servants in a horrible mess.
Okay, let's is there alchemy stuff here?
Yeah, there's a lab upstairs.
Okay, he's gonna run up to the lab.
Okay.
And I'm gonna double check if I've got swift alchemy.
I think you get it automatically, man.
Yeah,
Unless
but
you get a
I've
weird
got a
Get a weird archetype.
archetype, so it's
Okay.
quite possible.
He might have lost his.
Swiftness. In alchemy.
Oh, God.
He may not be down with the swiftness.
We're waiting for you.
I'm just making you some tea. It's like, how do I make sleeping poison? Fuck.
You could search the alchemist lab for something like it's.
Yeah,
a
he's gonna
well-stocked
search
lab.
the alchemist lab for something to put him out for a little while.
Okay, give me a
Take
craft
your
alchemy check or a
medicine.
perception check. If you have 5 ranks in perception, you could get a synergy.
I do not have 5 ranks in perception, and just craft alchemy, not crafting. So that's plus 20. Yeah, not using a lab bonus, I guess. So let's reduces it to plus 18. I did get a 38.
Nice. You actually see that there is, for whatever reason, some poison in the alchemy lab. You found effectively what is, it's probably not called this, it's like drow sleep poison.
Okay.
The initial effect is unconsciousness for 1 minute. The secondary effect is unconsciousness for 2d4 hours.
will
Unfortunately,
do.
this is an injury poison.
Okay.
That whippersnapper stabbed me.
Oh, Gulliver! We're down here, Gulliver! You're
Coming,
it!
master. He's going to put the poison on. Like, is there like syringes or anything?
Yeah. There would be small, like, knives and utensils.
That will do. It won't kill him, but it'll.
Okay, so you've got a small, like, surgical knife almost, and you dip it in the poison. Do you have poison use?
I'm going to double check because I might have lost that too. Oh, to be a regular alchemist, this replaces poison use. Yes.
Okay, so roll a d20, don't roll a 1.
Sorry, no, sorry. Yeah,
You have it?
I do not have it.
Okay,
I do not
so
have it.
roll a d20, don't roll a 1.
It would be my luck. 6.
You're all fucking sleeping. All right, so you got this little tiny knife with some poison on it, and you're gonna creep back down the stairs, or?
Yeah, he's gonna go back down the stairs with the little.
Okay, you notice him hiding behind the table.
Okay.
And the table's got a lot of like little pots of different colored paint on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get covered in paint. That's just his life.
We're accepting this fact now.
He's accepting this fact that the old man will cover him in paint.
He's having a conversation with someone that you pretty sure isn't there, because you've got the invisibility running and there's
no one there. He gets close to the table and goes, "Oh, hello, Chandra."
Oh yeah, it's Chandra. Chandra was just saying that it would. You're it.
Oh, and Tag tries to get him with the knife. Just quietly between his fingers.
All right. So give me an attack roll. Or give me a.
Guess what else he's not good at? Yeah. Do I get or does he get a minus to his sense motive because he's?
Oh, he's super distracted.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna double check if I got a rank in. I might have one rank in bluff and that's it. Nope. I was planning on doing.
Okay, well you're a trusted apprentice, and
I rolled a 2, dude.
Okay, so he sees you sneaking up. He doesn't quite see the knife, but well, let's see. Plus, you would have a -2 at this point. Oh, you rolled a 1. All right, so you got right up to him. You don't have any paint, is what he says, and then you're gonna slice at him.
Yeah, just give him a little poke.
Okay, give me an attack roll. He's naked.
20 plus.
So you're saying you attacked the old naked man in here?
Yes.
With poison, you say?
Yeah, I feel awesome about it. Don't worry. 23.
Okay.
This is awesome.
So do you have a strength modifier?
No.
Okay.
Actually, if I have a modifier, it's probably -1. No modifier.
All right, so you do D2 damage.
Okay.
If you had a -1, it could have been possible to not penetrate the skin with the
Right. It's kind of like
One.
you made a mark. All right, his fortitude save. All right, so he's like, huh.
Oh.
You're gonna have to clip your nails, Gulliver.
Sorry, master.
Give me
Catches him.
give me a dexterity check, or a dexterity check to see if you can catch him before he falls onto the floor, hits his head.
My dex is not affected, so okay. 9.
Kind of half fell into your hands, half bounced off the ground. He's now just lying. He's just lying there, and the unseen servants are all holding the pots of paint. Good thing he did this in the receiving room, and not in like the library or anything else really important. It's still going to take a lot of work to clean this up.
Yeah, he's got unseen servant, so
Okay, it's at this point when there's a somebody is knocking the gargoyle-faced knocker at the front door of the Tower of the Sage.
Oh, is there like a window where you can open up and look down? And
Yeah, sure. There's even a little receiving. There's even a little receiving port if you want to do that. But you could go running up the stairs.
Yeah.
You could close the door. There's a tiny entry hall, but like if there's more than one person, it's going to be really awkward as you stand in that hall. But you're going to choose to run up the stairs.
Yeah, and look
Okay.
out.
All right. There's a large congregation of people. You recognize one of them. There was the crazy dude that had the tattoo that you moved on from the dead flesh preserved by Radimer. Actually, Radimer is here. Radimer is also interested in this and was invited. Where is his token?
We've already forgot about him.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. He was at the
He would be at the skin painters, I think.
Yeah.
Still.
You recognize Radimer, and you recognize Mortenzi. Radimer was actually there early and just sort of hanging out off to the side. He wanders over to join your group.
Hello? Mr. Fink, how are you today?
Well, thank you. Might I introduce Countess Opel? I believe that we have arranged a audience with the sage named Tacitus.
Yes! Just give me a moment, please. And he slowly closes the window.
Are you trying to disguise that there's something is not up?
Yes, he's trying to disguise, like, everything is fine. I just need
give me a bluff check. Phineas. Of high society with no skills.
21.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. All right. Wizards are busy people. Radimer is not, like, overly suspicious.
It sounds all right by me.
Although Radimer's got a really good sense of motive. Give me a second.
He is a wisdom-based caster and liar.
Oh, no. Yes. Take your time, please.
I've changed Radimer's little tag on his character sheet from master to mercenary.
Cool.
And his sense motive is...
One step closer to Gladiator.
plus 16.
You in the ring.
He's been lied to for months by a bunch of backstabby little gladiators. Nat 20, 36. He's not saying anything.
Does he care? Is the thing?
Yeah, he's not saying anything. He just glances to everyone, and he actually nods to Unwin, and Unwin like, "Hello, Master Radimer. Good day to you."
Okay, so Phineas is going to pick up Tacitus.
Yep.
And drag him, like, under the arms and drag him to bed.
Okay, so there's this streak through the paint. And now you're covered in paint, but eventually you do get the old man to bed. About 5 minutes later, you hauled him upstairs.
I'm feeling Sam Fisher. You are not.
Yeah. He prestidigitates the paint off himself.
Countess Opel takes out a fan and is just sort of fanning herself.
He goes back to the window. One more moment. He closes the door again.
I wonder what that is about, says Radimer finally.
He casts Unseen Servant and directs it to start cleaning up the paint.
Okay.
Marty.
Yep.
I put Endure Elements on the Countess.
Oh, thank you, Arlen.
You're welcome.
Do you have a spell against the heat? Is what she says.
That I was putting Endure Elements on her.
Was it Endure Elements or
Endure Elements?
Endure? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, I for some reason I heard bears. And
I
bears.
thought Lady she might be having hot flashes or something. I don't know.
Thank you, Arlen. Much appreciated. She still then waves the fan against her like it's a sign that somebody's making the old lady wait. She smiles. She's like, there's a twinkle in her eye and a bit of mischievous when she looks at Arlen again.
Has Widget been introduced to
Unwin has run over and he's
Phineas
like,
at any point?
I don't think so. Sam has met him.
Yep.
Mortensi very
Hey,
briefly,
Cue Ball! You need a hand up there?
Hello?
He's the guy who, like, runs to the door and then slows down and calmly opens it like nothing's wrong. Can I help you? Yeah, and he's sweating. He's clearly sweating. Like
Are you all right?
Yes, just find it rather warm in here.
Allow me to introduce our party. This is Countess Opel and Lady Bellavina and Sir Paldro.
A pleasure. He gives the appropriate.
Are you the apprentice named Gulliver?
It's sort of a nickname. Gulliver's his former apprentice. He jokingly calls me Gulliver. Please come in.
I see. Okay, so they soon come into the tower's small entry hall. It's now filling up with people, and then there's that elf in the chair that's kind of taking up a little bit more room than everyone's standing. Like then one person standing, and all of them are Are you opening up the door to the entry hall?
Yeah,
Is this one of
you
the
open
magic
the door to the
towers that's
entry hall.
smaller on the inside than it is on the
Okay.
outside?
There are still unseen servants holding pots of paint, and there's still paint everywhere, and you can see that there's a small area of the floor where it's being mopped up by some unseen servants.
We are redecorating.
Arlen's gonna prestidigitate a chair for the Countess. Arlen's a real suck-up.
I don't think you could probably prestidigitate and kind of like nudge a chair with multiple castings over towards her. I think a prestidigitate might create a chair for like 3 seconds.
No, prestidigitate
He's trying to
clean a
take the
chair.
paint off.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
She's still standing there and just sort of looking at what looks like an entire like grade 1 class through paint around for an hour kind of mess, while Phineas is there and like truly believing in his redecorating. Are you having problems?
Well, as one experiments with magic, even for simple things, sometimes things go awry.
Undwin's starting to giggle. Don't worry, sir. Magic isn't for everyone.
Oh,
Everybody learns at their own pace, Undwin. Everybody has their own pace.
Here, he hands him the little knife. Don't cut yourself.
He's like looking confused, like, what do you want me to do with this?
He's hoping the little boy will cut himself.
And he goes and puts it down on a table. Is Master Tacitus here? This is the Countess. We had an appointment, and we'd rather not wait any longer.
I am aware, however, he does send his deepest regrets. He has fallen somewhat ill in the last day.
we have a master healer with us. He's the Lightbringer,
Yes.
don't you know?
Yes, he is not here. I'm gonna have to make a bluff check. He is at the.
Do you see like drag marks and paint?
Going up a staircase, right? Yeah, there's probably a perception check for that. There is a mess of paint, so we'll say DC 20 to notice the distinct tracks.
And he got a 9 on his bluff check. So
I've traveled a long way, all the way from the capital of Vied to this county, or to this.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we see this.
we
If you need any help, I suggest you mention it now. I would provide you my services at 27.
What is your name?
I am Phineas Guerrette.
I am Countess Gavina Opel, nee de la Plume.
Yes, and he's going to actually make a knowledge nobility, so he can rhyme off her many titles and those of her family.
Sure.
38.
She is.
I know all about your people.
She is related to the Imperial Regent, who is in control of the Empire on Tarak until the Emperor comes of age.
Yes, if
That is her cousin, maybe?
Yes, you are cousin to the Imperial Regent, ruler of Tarak, if I'm not mistaken.
We Imperials don't like to wait.
Yes, I'm aware of that. However, Master Tacitus has instructed me to do my level best to aid you, and I assure you I am quite learned.
So he's ill. This is Arlen. Arlen is a healer of great skill. May we go and see Tacitus?
Master Tacitus would prefer to see the what's his name? Who's the highest cleric in town here? I'm trying to remember his name.
Sure.
The five-faced god guy?
Yeah, and that's going to be his excuse.
The five-faced godman.
If Master
Which is a good. I might say that's a mighty fine
His
excuse
name
you
is
got there.
Archbishop Gustus Cantember.
He would prefer to wait for Archbishop Augustus Cantabber.
Ah.
If someone is ill, as ill as you say, then it is best to not rely upon the decision-making abilities, as it might be flawed. He might be more sick than he appears, and his life would be in danger, and you might be responsible for his passing if that does occur. I suggest letting him see. Yes.
With all due respect, if you are such a talented healer, why are you in that chair?
That is also a pretty good... I'm just going to shut up now.
Very well. That still does not... How long do you think he will be detained?
Oh, a day, maybe 2. I could certainly send word if you'd prefer to wait. However, seeing as you're here and I am here, I can likely help.
You've been left in charge of this tower while your master is away.
Do we know that he really is the
that's
master?
the highest
He said he wasn't Gulliver, and he was saying that the master's apprentice was Gulliver?
I'm sorry, what?
And
that's
isn't
Mark
the master's apprentice named Gulliver, and you're not Gulliver, so how do we know that you're not just some sort of...
I am the highest-ranking Imperial wizard in the tower, meaning I am in charge of the tower.
I'm sure he can show us his mage sigil.
Yeah, and he does. I think he's got a ring.
Okay. Unfortunately, never heard of you.
Well, I can assure you I am an Imperial wizard and alchemist. And he looks at the boy like, what have you done?
And when shrinking away, he was sort of he was watching the unseen servant. I can conjure those. That's what he...
I can make one of those.
Oh, Lady Belvina is not here. She got dragged for some reason.
Everybody can relax.
Yeah. Ooh. Arlen lets his gut go.
A couple of days. A couple of days can wait. Arlen here is the healer of the new gladiatorial ludus, the Dread and Circus that I have funded. He is a good healer, and let's just say that his expertise may very well be different from that of a priest of the Five-Faced God. Still, if it is results that you're looking for, you might call upon us. 2 days, you said. We shall return in that time.
As you wish, because he doesn't know what they have, so he's not really particularly...
Yeah, you'd have to check the appointment book and...
One moment.
Okay.
He goes and checks the appointment book. What's Tacitus got going on?
We're just going to be a slightly impolite guest and sort of peek around a little bit. Just,
okay, wizard stuff.
The fuck is going
just
on
checking.
over here?
Oh, what's he got on in 2 days? Dragon riding a unicorn. Awesome. Okay.
Okay, so you see... Oh, damn it. There's like a multicolored painted hand on one of the pages of the book. Like one of the empty pages. But you do see that the Countess had an appointment, and there was a topic, or a reason kind of field.
Yeah.
And it said Shadow Star. All one word.
Knowledge Arcana?
Sure.
Okay. Check my Knowledge Arcana.
Alright. It said Shadow Star Research.
Awesome. 27.
The Shadow Stars are... you might want to do, well, if he's done prior research, this could help, but you think you remember that they were elven-made Ioun stones that were somehow tied up in the Wars of Shadow, or the Shadow Wars. Mm-hmm. The Shadow Wars happened around the same time when the Imperium first arrived, and it was against the forces of light and darkness. Like it was kind of like almost. It was like one of the battles between the people on the planet before the Imperium came and stomped all that silly nonsense out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're Elven Iron Stones. You know there were a limited number, and you know that that not all elves are dancing in the forest, prancing happy elves. That like some of them took a dark turn.
Okay.
Wait, emo.
All right,
and apparently he's got research about this, so maybe there's some stuff in the next 2 days you could find.
And that's probably what he's going to end up doing.
So what would a survival of this painty mess get me as to what actually happened in this room while he's off, you know?
Okay, yeah, give me a survival check. What'd you roll?
No, it's not a bad idea.
18. There's a painty mess. Oh, it was a war zone.
Well, some of the floating like pots of paint that are still floating. Yeah, somebody had a paint fight. And you really only see one set of tracks through most of the paint fight. You're able to recognize Phineas's tracks, and then you're able to recognize like bare feet running all over the place. One set.
Butt cheek against the wall.
Yeah, he's bumping into things. At one point, is actually somebody laid down in it and did like a
paint angel.
A paint angel, yep.
Face first.
Phineas is actually penning them in for 2 days from now.
Okay.
For an appointment.
Rescheduling their appointment with the same reason. Okay.
Yeah.
Phineas comes back after penning in the appointment. Like the research wasn't beside the book. You'd probably have to go look look in the tower.
What he'll do as soon as they're.
Yep. Opel just looks at some of you and looks at the paint and then looks back at Phineas walking into the room, and her pursed smile returns to her face.
Master Tacitus is available 2 days from now, and he'll ensure you get what you need.
Excellent. Shall we return here?
Yes, to hopefully a freshly painted entryway. Won't that be nice?
Does he need a pair of shoes?
He is the master of the wizards in Vaddapol. What does he need shoes for? Fly about.
I've had enough watching him squirm. Let's get out of here.
Radimer bows just slightly towards Phineas and strides out. He was just standing there observing. Soon the confused group of you are standing outside the Tower of the Sage.
Not really realizing the window he left open. So as soon as the door closes, it's like, fuck!
Yes, something is wrong with Tacitus.
Yeah, somebody had a paint fight in there. And if I understand what a butt cheeks pressed against a wall looks like covered in paint, might not have been wearing any pants.
Radimer, might I employ your little undead monkey? It depends, but I can command it. Could you have the undead monkey watch the tower to see who comes to and fro? And whether or not an old wizard is spotted? Yes. I will also keep watch over the tower. I'm curious as to what has happened to this wizard. Very well. Thank you, Master Radimer. Just Radimer.
How old is this wizard supposed to be again?
He is, well, A renowned sage? I'm not sure exactly how old he is. Old?
Should we be expecting foul play?
I don't know. Countess Opel saying she doesn't know. Randomly, how's it going? They tried to visit the Tower of the Sage to talk about all the shadow items, and they found Tacitus indisposed. He had decided to have a paint fight with some imaginary friend or somebody in the past, and Phineas basically had spent some time trying to cover up for him.
Have to cover up for his naked paintedness amongst the strangers that come to the door.
Okay, let me see if Unwin has knowledge about craft alchemy. I think he does.
It would be nice to know if there was somebody was slipping him something.
Everyone, that knife that he gave me, had some knockout poison on it.
Well, Countess, do you believe we should make a move to aid the wizard, or...
That does not sound right. I have shared many letters with the Tacitus the Sage on the subject that we were going to discuss today. I was expecting a report on some of his research.
Well, do we think we might have a training accident here?
Or perhaps the sensitivity of this information got out, and this is one of the individuals that seeks the items in question.
Now, why would a guy who's got a bald head, tattoos, and wears black makeup be involved in shadow magic?
Bloodshot eyes, doesn't look like he sees the sun.
This wizard, Phineas, is a shop worker, as well as tied to the conclave of Crimson Scale.
And aren't they the ones that the lady who came and beat our asses was supposed to go beat theirs?
I believe. Actually, he wasn't there for that. He doesn't know.
Oh, you missed ass. You probably would have enjoyed that, actually.
I heard there was a ruckus.
Yes, we're very good at ruckus.
It was quite an event.
Do we press to see him again? On the risk of it becoming violent? What I am saying is that he is a citizen of the Empire who lives in this city. I highly doubt a wizard would be poisoning his master.
Then why did he hand over why did he hand over a poison thingy? Poison pig sticker.
Maybe he was trying to send us a message that he needed help. He was trying to cover up the mess. He was also embarrassed.
I believe that might have been it.
Well, all right. Did any of you magely types have like an arcane sight or something running? Did he have any spells on him? I didn't check.
No, I did not.
No. It would have been rude.
Well, we're kind of at the point of we got naked people, we got paint, we got poison. This story doesn't end very politely. No proof of naked. This is true. There's just a butt cheek smear. That's just whole cheek.
Let us hope that Tacitus is well 2 days from now. Radimer, keep an eye on the tower. Unless the rest of you wish to do something?
Maybe it was a cry for help. It's What? You know what? 1 second. We're just gonna go back to knock on the door.
Okay.
He opens the window from the top again. Hello?
What do you want?
Yeah, it's one of the Countess's entourage.
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yes. No. He's not all right.
Are you feeling sleepy?
No.
Tingly at all?
He's like looking around like...
Slightly prickish?
Now listen here. Put up with enough abuse from these people. I don't have to put it up from you. Gladiators. He slams the window. Prickish.
Okay. He adjusts his hat. He lights a smoke. Walks off.
Okay, the group of you has your failed attempt to go talk to the woman, or sorry, the sage. What else is going on? There are other things that are going on in this particular week. Let me go back to the gladiatorial Ludus manager. So you can come back in a few days. Like it'll be part of the same block. But it looks like Phineas is spending time with Tacitus. So I'm just going to put Tower.
Yeah.
You may want to reschedule the meeting about the mage dueling.
Well, yeah, it's clearly not happening anytime soon right now with Tacitus.
Right. This is the week that Sid goes missing. And Damian had gone to visit Vogel. So Sid, this is the first week of Sid MIA.
Yep.
Damian, looks like you were spending some time training. And what did Zed do after he spent some time helping the dragon train?
Training.
We've got 4 weeks of.
We're trying to turn that orc woman into not a adept warrior.
Okay, so so she had some training already done during this time.
Okay.
So I will say that you spent some time also helping in that endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
I believe her build is she's not a fighter any longer. Or sorry, she's not a warrior any longer.
She should be like a...
You're talking about Nova?
Nova, yeah. Skull Crusher.
Yeah, she's a fighter now.
She's a fighter now?
She's a fighter adept 3.
She's a fighter adept and will be fighter cleric.
Yeah.
It was just the fighter stuff that was trained, though. There was a lot of training going on.
Yep. Yeah.
And it happened in the weeks that you're actually available. So what are you doing this week? So you spent some time training. What is Zed doing now?
So we trained with Zargon. Is Zargon feeling fly? Is he good?
Yeah, Zargon's now 5th level. He is neutral in alignment, I think, now. He's not acting all crazy. Neutral evil is what I've got listed over on his sheet. I think it might be full on neutral.
Yeah, it's neutral.
Okay. He is now a worshiper of Kozuth, even though he is racked by visions of destruction by the draconic god named Garrix. He's managed to get those under control. They're not affecting him as bad. He is now small size. Like he's growing.
Yep.
Growing like a bad weed.
Yes.
And one of his dragon powers, he increased the base breath weapon die to D10. So right now he's doing 5d10 damage in a cone.
You had a boy! My boy! Alright, we are going to... is it 1 week or is it 2 weeks we're looking at here?
Just 1 week for Zed.
All right, Kozuth's pipe. We're gonna go and hang out with the Kozuthans.
Okay. Is there